This is my brand new Black Desert Online account, but it has some rules and restrictions. First off, I cannot purchase any pearls, which means no additional weight, inventory slots, or any other items that could benefit my experience. I can only use what is given to me by naturally playing the game. Secondly, I cannot take advantage of the accelerated progression through the seasonal server, which includes any catch-up gear like Tuvala armor or any pre-enhanced accessories given through level rewards. But most importantly is that I have zero access to the central market, which means I cannot buy or sell items unless from an NPC. And the goal? I want to reach 700 gear score. I know this is going to be a tedious task, but I'll be enjoying every step of the way. And if at any point you want to read over the rules for yourself, the link will be down in the description below. And with all that out of the way, welcome to Black Desert Online, Ironman Edition. In the previous episode, I discovered that you can craft specific yellow grade accessories through the Altanova Jeweler, which did help us save a lot of time. But with this feature, I learned some new information about life skilling. I've never really had to rely on gathering resources for myself since I've always had the central market at my disposal. But shortly after the short detour with life skilling, we were able to gather yet another 100 latent boss auras, which we then traded in for a dandelion weapon. And shortly after that exchange, we were successful in enhancing it all the way up to try, leaving us at a pretty solid spot when it comes to my weapons. And knowing that every week matters on this account, I made sure to complete something that I've put on the back burner for some time now. But before diving into that, if you enjoy the video at any point, feel free to leave a like on this video and consider subscribing since it helps the channel out. And with that out of the way, let's get into this week's adventures on the Ironman account. Alright, so starting off here in Land of the Morning Light, we have these 8 little chapter things that we have to complete, which brings us through all the bosses. And the first boss that we are brought through here is Mudong, I think. But Tale of the Mudong Wrath is now completed. 1 of 8. Tale of Gumiho completed. That is now 2 of 8. So we have 6 more. Ooh. Tale of the Sungakshi, I think that's how you say it, finished. That is our 3rd of 8 completed, and next will be the Golden Pig King. There we go. Tale of the Golden Pig King. It is currently like 6 a.m. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but I can't sleep, and I know I need to get this done because I've been putting it off for so long. But 4th one is done. I guess now we'll do Duoxini. Nice. Duoxini done. That's our 6th? Or yeah, that's our 5th one done. And then we have 3 more. So on to Bamboo Legion. Okay, so this is really big and I completely forgot about this. If you look here in your crystal slots, the top corner crystal slots are all locked. 2 of them can be unlocked through getting a Grommoth heart, and the other 2 can be unlocked by doing this. So now we have 1 slot here, and I think towards the end part I'll get the other slot done. Nice. Bamboo Legion done. And then we should only have 2 more now. So I guess Tale of the Gwensanse. Was that it? Awesome. Tale of the Gwensanse. I don't know how to pronounce that. Completed, and now we only have Tale of the Shangui to complete, and then we will be done with these. We're almost there. Tale of the Shangui completed. Now that we have the 8 of these done, this is now unlocked. So once we finish this, I think that'll allow us to get access to the +1 AP and DP. Not exactly sure. I'll probably have to look it up. Okay, and then we just got to the point in the story, Tale of the Officers, where I use this, I don't know how to pronounce this, the Kebi charm, but I'm going to right click this, and then it's going to take a minute here to do that. And then once we finish talking to him, I should be given a DP. Alright, so I'm just going to talk to him here, you're a Dokubi, blah blah blah, and then as a reward, family stat increased, all DP +1, That is huge for us. And then we get our second light orb, which is also really big because, as some of you guys know, when you manage your aura, I think it's 10% of your gear is allocated towards the boss damage, and then the other 90 comes from these. So having that second one will allow us to do significantly more damage. Okay, and I'm just assuming that this is rewarded to me for getting this far into the storyline. I don't remember if I unlocked it a few chapters back or if I just unlocked it now, but we are receiving our first Crystal of Harmony, which is going to be really, really, really big for us later on. So I'm very excited for that. And then I think I just talk to you again. Yeah. This is going to be so helpful later on. Cool. Okay, Tale of Kumiyon. I think that's how you say it. Completed. I think I get a mansion. But I'm trying to figure out how I get more of the... Is it this one? Yeah, these. I need more of these in order to fight the higher Calamity level bosses. Oh. Okay, and we also get an AP. Wait, that's big. Okay, and then if I right click him, it's going to take a while again. It'll spawn this little guy. And then I think upon interacting with him, he will give me the soul shard or whatever it was, the light orb. And then he'll also give me one family AP, which again doesn't seem like a lot, but it truly is so much on this account. But there we go. Land of the Morning Light done. And then last thing before we finish this chapter, as you can see, we still have 3 locked slots. 2 of these are for Garmoth Heart. But now, upon interacting with that item, I now have the bottom 2 slots unlocked, which is huge. So now when it comes to my light orbs, I have 3 of these, which is going to be a big help. And then once I complete my first Calamity level 3, I will unlock another one. And then once I complete my first Calamity 5, I will unlock my 5th one. And then I think way later on when they add the more higher difficulty ones, we can get more then. But for now, I'm just going to be going through all the C1s, getting those out of the way, and then we'll be right back. With Land of the Morning Light completed, I can now tackle some new bosses for some extra rewards at the end of every week. I really should have done this around episode 3 or whenever I did the Magnus, but alongside this achievement, I've been casually grinding over at Shere Khan Ruins for our second piece of the Infinite Potion. And I'm actually working towards 2 things at once by grinding here. The obvious being the Infinite Potion, and the other is the accumulation of Orchid belts. I know a lot of you may be questioning this, but in the previous episode, I went over how I can craft Basheer belts here at Altanova, and one of the ingredients needed is Yona fragments. And guess what yellow accessory melts for a high amount of Yonas? Orchid belts. So while I've been grinding here, every hour I'll take whatever belts I drop and turn them into Yona fragments to then turn them into Basheer belts. Alrighty, so we are back with some more Basheer belts. I had that worker put onto the Altanova node in order to make all the Basheer belts that I have. Last time we did fill Tet, but then we had 2 left over and we were able to get a pry. So we're going to be starting here with that, going for a duo. Let's just use the 40 stack. Give us a solid 50-50 chance. Actually, I don't need to hide this. And yeah, let's go from there. Let's hope we can get a 10 out of these 10 Bashies. That's what the goal is. All right, and we already started with a fail. So I need to extract that stack. We at least got to get 1 10 attempt in, right? Like, there's no shot that we don't get at least 1 in. All right, we'll start with the pry. 76% chance. You know, 1 in 4 shot to fail, right? And we get it. Let's go. And then let's just reuse the 41 stack. Because why not? 50.2% chance. You know, maybe it's cursed. 2 years BDO. All right. Wait. 1, 2. All right, we one-shot this to Tet. Come on. Okay. Okay. Now hear me out. We use the 42 stack. 50.4. Come on. We get this, we go try, and then we go tet. Dude. We're going to get this to pry, and then we're going to get it to duo. All right, and then we'll sit at the duo until my artisan worker or whatever worker it is. I don't know what he is, actually. Whatever. All right. We have 3 belts left, which means we can get duo. And then we'll sit with the duo, and then we'll wait till we get more. Okay. Give it a little bit of that. Okay. I wish it would have gone earlier, but we now have a duo. And then once I get more, we'll revisit the Bassie belt. Alrighty, so after some production, we got a couple more Bassie belts, and we're going to do a try attempt. This will be like second attempt. Let's get it. That hurts. Alright, so I just did another 6 rift bosses. I got 4 blue, 4 red, 4 purple as usual. I'm really hoping that I can get as many Bassie belts as possible since I'm still trying to push for a Bassie belt upgrade. So I'll get back to you guys whenever I open all my boxes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually insane. Getting a duo crescent ring, a base, a Leighton, and either runes ring. We're gonna melt that. I did not get any Bassie belts, but we will definitely take this duo crescent ring. I'm gonna smack them together just to see what happens. Okay, and I think the last thing we went for was a tri Bassie belt, which we did fail. So I do have this 51 stack. And here we go. 41.5%. Let's see it. Oh. Okay, so I just killed the first 5. I just did them in order from top to bottom. So I killed the C1 version of these 5 here. And then next week I'll be able to do the other ones. But the cool part about clearing the first of every Calamity level is that you get a reward bundle. So I can only access these 5 right now since these are the only 5 I've done. But next week I'll be able to continue and go do more. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up these 5. I'm not expecting anything crazy. But with now having these, I can start working towards the 500 embers, which will then eventually reward us with making our flame for our gloves. Okay. Fragment, nice. Ideally, I would want the Gyrin or Girin, just because that's going to be the best PvE crystal. But look at that, week 1, and we already have 60 towards the 500, which is going to be such an insane amount of help. It's honestly not that bad if you look at it. You get a bunch of AP stats, damage reduction, you get extra monster AP, you get 5% item drop rate. So if we do eventually get a lot of these as opposed to the Gyrin or Girin fragment, I'm not opposed to making one of these and just having it equipped, but you can only have one of these equipped at a time. So if I have this, I cannot also equip a Girin. So depending on our RNG, we'll see which one we land on. And speaking about RNG, after a couple of weeks here grinding at Shericon, this happened. I don't exactly remember what the quest is. Whoa! Wait! Oh! What? Oh my gosh, dude, we got it. Yeah, I see. So if I exchange the ancient Peninsula for just the regular one, I can now convert this, or I can now combine this and make the greater blessed spirit essence, which now gives me 200 HP recovery as opposed to the 125 from before. And with that, we're now only one step away from obtaining our completed infinite potion. The last spot on our to-do list is Forest Lunaris, which I know I'll be completing the weekly there, which will reward us with 5 pities every week, but I personally am not a fan of that grind location, so I think I'm going to try out some other locations that drop the Atnus elements, like we did with Prodi Cave to receive our Blood Wolf piece. But I'll keep you guys updated as to what we do next in relation to that. I'm also really happy that I'm able to finally get Land on the Morning Light out of the way, because that's going to bring in so many goodies every week for me. It'll not only help with getting our Fallen God gloves, but it'll also give us some really good crystals for later on. And like always, I truly appreciate all the support on the videos. I'll either catch you guys in the next stream or in next week's episode. But until then, take care.